Good morning everyone. My name is Arslan and you are watching Proper Pariksha, the place where we strive for academic excellence in a simple and comprehensive manner. So today we'll be starting exercise 11.1 and I hope that you have gone through the concepts and made notes and revised thoroughly. So without any further delay, let's start. Find the rule which gives the number of matchsticks required to make the following matchstick patterns. This question is asking us that we are giving you certain things which can be written in the form of a pattern using matchsticks. So how many matchsticks will be required for nth piece or nth pattern, etc. So first of all is the pattern of letter T. So how will we write T? We just write T like this. After that we write the T like this, and then again we write T like this, and so on for the nth T. Okay, so one T requires two matchsticks, that is 1 and 2. So we can write 1 T requires 2 matchstick. Coming to the second T, it requires again 1 plus 2. So we can write 2T requires 2 plus 2 matchstick, or we can write 2 into 2 matchsticks. The third T requires how many? 1 and 2 again. So it will be 4 plus, or we can write simply that 2 plus 2 plus 2 matchstick, that is 2 into 3 matchstick. So looking at this pattern, we come to a conclusion that the nth T will require how many matchstick? It will require 2 into n matchstick, that is 2n matchsticks. Pattern of letter Z. So Z can be written in the following manner. It can be written in this manner, or it can be written as a letter 2, that is like this. It can also be written like this if that is for a clock or something, digital clock, etc. But generally it is written like this, that is letter Z. And if it is written in the form of pattern, so what will be done? It will be joined at corresponding vertices adjacent to each other, and this will be the nth Z. So first Z requires how many? We will just write one Z, and that will be 1, 2, 3. So that will be 3 matchsticks. Coming to the second Z, how much matchstick does it require? Again it will be 1, 2, 3, because there are no common matchsticks that are in between 1 and 2, 2 and 3, and so on. So this will be 3 plus 3 is equal to 3 into 2. So since there are no common matchsticks, so this will have a linear pattern, and that nth Z is equal to 3 into n, and this will be the answer. Coming to the next question. This question, a pattern of letter V and pattern of letter U. I hope that you understand the difference in that. So if you do not, let us come to the question. U is written with the matchstick in this manner. Another U will be written in this manner. Another U will be written in this manner, and so on. So here you can see that one of the edge of the letter U, mostly the left one, is common to each other. So if we write one U is made with how many matchsticks? It will be 1, 2 and 3 matchsticks. But if we come to the second U, how many matchstick does this require? It requires 3 plus 1 plus 2. So this requires 3 plus 2 matchsticks. If we come to the third U, how many matchstick does this require? It requires this much and 1 plus 2. So this will require 3 plus 2 plus 2 matchsticks. So we can write 3 matchstick in the form of 1 plus 2. Here we can write 1 plus 2 plus 2, and here we can write 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. That is, we can write this as 1 plus 2 into 1, we can write this 1 plus 2 into 2, and we can write this 1 plus 2 into 3. So if we follow the pattern, that will give us the answer as nth U will be formed using 1 plus 2 n. that is the answer. 1 plus 2n, that is the answer. So two matchsticks are required, that are generally, and the first matchstick requires one extra, that is 1 plus 2n will be the answer. So if we require for 20th, we can just write 20th u is equal to 1 plus 2 into 20, that is 2 into 20, 40, plus 1 is 41. The pattern of letter V, so pattern of letter V does not have any common, so the answer will be as simple as that. So 1 2 1 2 1 2, therefore nth V will be 2 into n, that is number of triangles, number of V's, number of, that will be the multiplication factor 2, that will be multiplication factor n. Pattern of letter E, pattern of letter S. Okay, let us come to that also. If we write E, what is the pattern that we see? We see that there are none common matchsticks that are used between either of the E. Only thing is that it is joined with each other at the corresponding adjacent vertices. So number of matchstick that one E requires is 1, 2, 3 and 4. That is the number of matchstick it requires. So one E requires 4 matchstick. So 2 will require how many? We can just write this down as 4 into 2, or we can count it 1, 2, 3 and 4, because this particular is not common. It is just having a intersection with various edges of the matchsticks. So 2e will be 4 into 2. Therefore, nth e will be, what will this be? It will be 4 into n, and that is the answer. Coming to the next part, that is s. So if we write s and we try to write another s joined with that, we see again that there are no common matchsticks. Therefore, we will just take the counting of 1s, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and we will just multiply by nth s is equal to 5 into n, and that is the answer. Pattern of letter A. So A can be written in two fashions. A can be written in two fashions. Either it can be written in the form of this one, or it can be written in the form of this one. Which do you think is more appropriate, concerned about the making with the matchstick? If you try to make this one with matchstick, you will not have this particular, this small matchstick. So you will have to make a like this. So what is the correct way? The correct way will be making an A in this manner. So this will be moving on like this, third A will be like this, and so on will be the nth A. So what do we see in 1A? With 1A we see that 1, 2, 3 and 4 matchsticks are used. So that can be written as 4M. What do we see in 2A? We see that it has 1, 2, 3 matchsticks extra. So that will be 4 plus 3m. What do we see in 3a? We see that it is 4 plus 3 plus 3 matchsticks, because 1, 2 and 3. So if we try to make it much more simplified, we can say that it is 1 plus 3. This is 1 plus 3 plus 3, and this is 1 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, and that will be 1 plus 3 into 1. This will be 1 plus 3 into 2, and this will be 1 plus 3 into 3, which implies that nth A will have 1 plus 3n as the answer. So n will be replaced by the number of pattern, and it will have the number of matchsticks that we require. We already know, coming to the next question, we already know the rule for the patterns of letter LCF. Some of the letters from question 1 given above give us the same rule as that given by the L. Which are these? So we just have to write those letters which give the same pattern given by the L. So if you try to look the pattern given by the L, what is that? It is that it just intersects each other at adjacent vertices, like the vertex over here and this vertex over here, but it does not have no common matchstick. It does not have any common matchstick, and therefore the answers are similar to that of the, for example, if we try to say nth L, it will be 2 into n. It will not have any plus 1, minus 1, plus 2, etc. So it will only be 2 number of matchsticks required for 1 L multiplied by the patterned or the position of L in the pattern which we are talking about. So the similar ones will be the pattern of letter E, the pattern of letter S, and the pattern of letter V. So V, E, S will have the same. Another one will be pattern of letter Z and pattern of letter T. So T, Z, V, E, S will have the same type of pattern as the question number 2. Coming to question number 3. Cadets are marching in parade. There are 5 cadets in a row. So we have one cadet, we have one row, two row, three row, four row, and five row. And in each row we have 5 cadets. So 5 cadets in each row. What is the rule which gives the number of cadets given by the number of rows? So first row 5 cadets, second row, if the parade has 2 rows, then that will be 5 into 2. If there are 3 rows in the parade, then will be 5 into 3. So if there are n rows, then that will be 5 into n, and that will be the answer. So coming to question number 4. If there are 50 mangoes in a box, how will you write the total number of mangoes in terms of number of boxes? Use B for number of boxes. Okay, we will use B for boxes, but we can use any variable for the as we like. If there are 50 mangoes in a box, okay, so one box has 50 mangoes. How will you write total number of mangoes in terms of number of boxes? So if I write that n box, so before that, just for your simplicity, I will write 2 box has how many oranges? It will have 50 plus 50. It will have 50 plus 50 or 50 into 2 mangoes. So if I write for the nth box, n box has 50 into n mangoes. It has 50 into n mangoes. So this will be the answer. Okay, number of boxes B. Okay, we will write B. We will write over here B. Okay, sir. There is another loophole if you want to use B for boxes and I want to use N for boxes. What is that? You write this answer. B has, okay, before writing this answer, what we will do? We will say let B is equal to B is equal to N, and then we will write N box is equal to 50N. If I want to use N, I will use N. No one can force me to take B because N is equal to B, B is equal to N. N box has 50N mangoes, and I will write since N is equal to B, you have your answer or we have our answer. You have your answer तो नहीं लिखेंगे, टीचर गुस्सा हो जाएगा. Question number 5. The teacher distributes 5 pencil per student. Okay, the distribution is done that one student gets 5 pencils. Can you tell how many pencils are needed given the number of students? Use S for number of students. Use S for number of students. So if there are 2 students, then the number of pencils given by the teacher is 5 into 2. If there are 3 students, then it will be 5 into 3. So if there are S number of students, okay, if there are S number of students, then that will be 5 into S, and that will be the answer. Use S for number of students. Question number 6. A bird flies 1 kilometer in 1 minute. Can you express its flying time in minutes? Use T for flying time in minutes. Okay, so a bird flies 1 kilometer in 1 minute. Can you express the distance covered by the bird? Distance covered by the bird, that is 1 kilometer, in terms of its flying time. Okay, okay, I understand that. So this is question is that if the amount of time that the bird flew is t minutes, then can you find out the number of distance or kilometers it flew? That is asked. So distance traveled in t minutes, and that will be, how will that be done? We will just find the pattern that 1 kilometer in is in 1 minute. We will write like this, and then we will just reverse that, and we will write 1 minute as 1 kilometer. We will not take any numerator denominator. We will just flip the question. 1 meter minute is equal to 1 kilometer. So if I write 2 minute, then that will be 2 kilometer. So if I write t minutes, then it will be t kilometer, because 1 is multiplied by t to get t, and 1 is multiplied by t to get t on both the ends. Therefore, number of minutes is equal to number of kilometer. Coming to the next question. So t minute is equal to t kilometer. Radha is drawing a dot rangoli, a beautiful pattern of lines joining dots with chalk powder. She has 9 dots in a row. How many dots will her rangoli have for R rows? So this question is again for unitary method and algebra combined. So that will be that you just have to write those unitary things in lines, like I did that in the previous question, like in this manner. So you just have to write this particular thing in verbal form. That is the only thing. So Radha is drawing a dot rangoli. So we will write that she has 9 dots in a row. Okay. So she has, or we can say, I will, Radha's rangoli has 9 dots in a row. Therefore, one row rangoli is equal to 9 dots. We can write it like this. How many dots will her rangoli have for R rows? So 2 row rangoli. Therefore, 2 row rangoli will have 9 into 2 dots. And similarly, for 3 row rangoli, this will have 3 into 9 dots. So for R row rangoli, it will have R into 9 dots, and that will be the answer. How many dots are there? If there are 8 rows, so you can just replace the value of you replaced R with 8, and then you will get 9 into 8, that is 72 dots. And for 10 rows, that will be 9 into 10, that is 90 dots. Coming to the next question. Leela is Radha's younger sister. Leela is 4 years younger than Radha. Okay, so Leela is, I hope that you can, before continuing the question, I would like to ask you that I hope that you can write the verbal part of the question itself. If you cannot write the verbal part of the question yourself, just let me know in the comments. But do note that I am saying all the verbal parts in the video. You can just pause the video, replay the video, and you can write it down. It is not that I am not telling you. In some questions I have not told, but in most of the questions I have told that you have to write this and this and this and this is equal to this implies, therefore, etc. So you pause the video, replay the video and write it down. Okay, still if you do not have, or you point out that this particular question does not have the verbal part mentioned, either verbally or written, I will let you know in the comment section itself, or you can let me know in the any of my social media accounts. Chalo. So now continuing the question, Leela is Radha's younger sister. So Leela is 4 years younger than Radha. So Leela is 4 years younger than Radha. This implies that Leela is equal to Radha minus 4 years, where L is age of Leela and R is the age of Radha. Because 4 years younger than Radha. Can you write Leela's age in terms of Radha's age? That is the answer. Take Radha's age to be X, no problem. So Leela will be X minus 4 years of age. So this statement is itself to be written in the form of the equation. Coming to question number 9. Mother has made laddus. She gave some laddus to guests and family members. Still 5 laddus remain. And if the number of laddus mother gave away is L, how many laddus did she make? So we can write that the total number of laddus is written by the capital L, and she gave some to the guests, some to the family members, and still 5 remains. So L is equal to G plus F plus 5. Now as per the question, if number of laddus mother gave away is L, that is that as per the question G plus F is equal to small l. So that will be L is equal to small l plus 5, and that will be the answer. How many laddus did she make? She made L plus 5. Question number 10. You have to just understand the question, what the verbal part is saying, and after that you just have to write down that in mathematical form. Oranges are to be transferred from larger boxes. नींद क्यों आ रही है? Oranges are to be transferred from larger boxes into smaller boxes. When a large box is emptied, oranges from it fill 2 smaller boxes and still 10 remain outside. So what does this mean? That one bigger box is equal to 2 smaller box plus 10 oranges. That is what the question is saying. If number of oranges in a small box are to be taken to be X, what is the number of oranges in the larger box? Okay, so if number of oranges in the small box are taken to be X, that one अच्छा अब इसमें क्या हो जाएगा कि बिगर बॉक्स को हम लोग ले लेंगे 1b is equal to 2s plus 10. Okay, 2s plus 10. So 1b is equal to 2s plus 10. This will be the equation. Now we say that s is number of okay. So before writing equation number 1, what we have to do is that we have to write the number of oranges in the larger box and number of oranges in the small box are taken to be x. So number of so one small box has x oranges. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? One small box has x oranges. That is सब हो जाओ आज इस वीडियो में, सब हो जाओ, गाड़ी चल जाओ रेस कार वाली, छींक आ जाओ, जमाई आ जाए, सब आ जाए. So we can just replace one small box, that is S, with x oranges. Therefore, we can just write that the has X oranges. So we can write that one big box is equal to 2x plus 10, because two small boxes are filled when one big box is emptied out. So if there are 10 in one, if there are 20 in one small box, so 2 into 20 will become 40 and plus 10 will be 50. So one big box will have 50 oranges, and this is the answer of the question. I could have stayed at this particular part 2s plus 10, but it has written that x is to be used for small boxes, therefore I replaced s with x. क्वेश्चन नंबर 11, लुक एट दी, भाई कितनी बड़ी एक्सरसाइज है ये, चली जा रही है चली जा रही है चली जा रही है, क्या खत्म है क्या? अरे भाई साहब अलजेब्रा, so you should be grateful. Class 6th students should be very grateful, very grateful, and extremely grateful that in algebra you are studying this level of thing in class 6. I also I also studied this level of thing in class 6, but no one told me to be grateful. That is the difference. I am telling you to be grateful, so be grateful. Question number 11. Look at the following matchstick patterns of squares. The squares are not separate. If two neighboring squares have a common matchstick, observe the pattern and find the rule that gives the number of matchstick in number of squares. आई एम एक्सट्रीमली सॉरी यार, पता नहीं क्या। तो खैर, we have done this type of question previously, and that was that one square had 4 matchstick and two squares had 4 plus 3 matchstick. Three squares had 4 plus 3 matchstick. Looking at the pattern, we had 1 plus 3, we had 1 plus 3 plus 3, then we had 1 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, then that means that 1 plus 3 into 1, then we had 1 plus 3 into 2, then we had 1 plus 3 into 3. We can see that the multiplication factor is equal to the number, is equal to the position of the square of the pattern. Therefore, n square will be 1 plus 3n, and that will be the answer. So if you remove the vertical stick at the end, you will get a C. That is what the hint is. Okay, no problem. So for this particular question, we have already done that, but we still understood that. Give matchsticks pattern exercise above the given rule that gives number of matchstick in the okay. So as I told you that in the previous one of our questions, we had that I think in the second video. In the second video, the example related to example of algebra, example for algebra, or example to understand algebra, whatever you may call that. So we had that triangles are made corresponding by by joining the corresponding vertex at the adjacent, which are adjacent to each other. Then that was this, because vertex was used, and I told you that if the vertices would have been used, then both of them would have been joined. So over here the vertices was used and both of them were joined, and therefore one triangle will take 3 matchstick, and over here you can see that two triangle is taking 1 2 3 4 and 5, total of 5, so that is 3 plus 2 matchsticks. Similarly, three triangles are taking 3 plus 2 matchstick. Looking at the pattern, we can say that it has 1 plus 2, and this has 1 plus 2 ka 2 times, and this has 1 plus 2 ka 3 times. So this is equal, multiplication factor is equal to the position of the triangle in the pattern. Therefore, we can say that nth triangle will have 1 plus 2n as the number of matchstick ka answer. Coming to the next question, and that is the summary of for what we have discussed. So with this, we summarize or complete the chapter of algebra. So basically, class 6 mathematics chapter 11 titled as algebra only gives you an idea as to what is a variable, how many types of alphabets can be used in a variable, that is any alphabet can be used, and how do we understand the question, the word problem, and convert that into a mathematical line, that is 1 plus 2 or 1 plus 2n or 3n or 4n, etc. How do we understand that, or number of laddus is equal to L plus 5, etc. So this was just to make you have an understanding as to what is algebra, how do we use variables. In the next video, we'll be discussing the summary of the chapter and what have we discussed, to make sure that we have not missed any part. So in case you like our series, in case you like our lectures, do hit the subscribe button and the like button. Comment in case you have any suggestions or feedbacks for us, and do note that all the questions of the exercises have been discussed verbally, and everything that is to be written has been told verbally. So pause the video, rewind the video, write it down, and make your notes properly and fairly. So till the next time we meet, keep revising, keep practicing. Goodbye.